that shit, nigga. Damn near perfect. Perfect. Hello? Okay. Okay, go out. Now you say the Most High gave His word to everybody, right?
That bond is you living out right now. That bond is why you at the bus stop right now.
You understand? The scripture says, if any man speak, let him speak of the oracles of God. They think the law is a small thing.
Separate, man. We are separate from these other nations, man. That's right.
Shalom, Israel. And when I mean Israel, I'm talking about the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The Lord's 54th annual Passover is going down again this year, sundown, April 1st at 500 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Conventional Center. It's got enough room for all of us. The Lord's 54th annual Passover. Last year, brothers and sisters showed up from all over the world, rocking ancient garments and glorious apparel in order to serve the Most High in Christ. Now, it's that time again. Commander General Yohana's putting out the decree for all brothers and sisters to show up sundown, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. But before then, Thursday, it's going down at the Durham Armory, our annual all-black party. Last year was also the Hebrew Academy graduation dinner. This year, Commander General Yohana got something special for y'all. It is going down. What's happening? A full-blown Hebrew concert featuring Shaw, UPK Natazal, Kwarak Ice. This is not something you want to miss. Join us at the Sheridan in Raleigh, the hotel right downtown. It's at 421 South Salisbury. The Passover is right up the block at the convention center, literally within walking distance. Make sure you pull up. Make sure that you do your due diligence because rooms are going fast and they are limited this weekend. You understand? We have months in advance of preparation. Do not wait till the last minute to get your room. The Lord's 54th annual Passover, Saturday, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us there.
It's about time, send the curses to them enemies.
ISUPK presents the 54th annual Feast of Unleavened Bread. Last year we did it big. This year is going to be way big. More brotherhood, more sisterhood, more UPK. On Sunday, April 2nd, 2023, we're going to be at 421 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Sheraton Raleigh Hotel Ballroom. We calling all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to come join us.
Your third eye peephole, line for line, this shit too easy. It's like a free throw. Mastered the game too early. This bitch
Remember, admission to the Passover is $200 per adult. That's $200 per adult. For more information, call 919-697-8257. Call 919-697-8257.
And I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening. Is in fact the If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jack the Ripper. War, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Free shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand and feed you, you won't never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow side, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still about my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my actions. Yes, you said so. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. That was designed fast for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a
Slocky, give me 1 second, y'all. You turn this heat off. All right. Let's get it together. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Okay, Shalom Israel. I'm Officer of 1,000 Awaja, and once again, this is the law class, ISUPK Detroit, of course, and as always, ISUPK Detroit, of course, and as always. Cons, sound check doing pretty good right there. Always under Commander General Yohana, man. Under Commander General Yohana, who held down this truth. And, you know, because he held it down and didn't drop his sword, that's why I'm able to be sitting here right now, man. Okay, just like always, recognizing that. The Most High put me here. Things of that nature. If y'all can, like and share the class. Also, if y'all have any questions, put it in the chat box and I will get to them. Okay? Now, with that being said, we are coming up on the Passover. The Passover, man. We coming up on the Passover. Once again, man, if you've never been to a Passover, you don't have a clue as to what you're missing. You don't have a clue as to what you missing. You ain't never been around real brothers and sisters loving on each other, man, and everybody just love each other in one accord. You ain't never seen that if you ain't been to the Passover. You've never, ever seen anything like it until you've been to the Passover. I do urge everybody to go, but it's more important than my urge. It's a commandment from the Lord for all of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to be at the Passover. That's a commandment from the Lord for us to be there, man. So y'all come on out. Raleigh, North Carolina is where we holding it at this year, man. Raleigh, North Carolina, the Lord's Passover. Everywhere else where they talking about Passover, that's not the Lord's Passover. That's just dinner. They're just sitting down having a dinner. Especially some of these fake Israelite groups, they allow heathens to come into the Lord's Passover. So make sure you at the Lord's Passover under Commander General Yohana. That's the real Passover. Okay. With that being said, today we're going to be touching on sinners and staying away from sinners, man. Staying away from sinners. It's important. You know how they say in the world, you have to tighten up your circle or watch who you put in your circle. Well, it's the same thing when you're in the truth. You have to watch the people that you be around. You don't want to be, if you coming out of the world and your struggle was with marijuana, you couldn't stop smoking weed. You don't want to be around weed heads all day. What good is that to you to be around weed heads all day? That's only going to do one thing. Especially if you're young in the truth and your strength is not built up. You're going to fall back to smoking weed. you're gonna fall back to smoking weed. So you don't want to be around weed smokers if that's what you're struggling with. Or you get my point. Whatever it is that you're struggling with, it may not be weed. You may be struggling with staying out the strip club. You want to stay away from your partners because you know it's Friday or Saturday night. And you know what? They want to do what? They ready to go to the strip club and give their money to some slut. They can't wait to do it. They done worked all week to go give their money to some slut at a strip club some goddamn gonna wear. Okay? And they trying to entice you to go. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. All right? Stay away from them. Come hang out with your brothers at the school, man. Go just call one of your brothers and just go kick it with them somewhere and do something. Don't go hang with Ray Ray and them at the strip club, man. Don't do that. Whatever it is that you struggle with, okay? Replace the people that you used to hang with and do those things in the world with brothers in the truth, man. All right. And with that being said, we're going the first scripture we're going to pull is Psalms 1:1. Psalms 1:1. That's the first scripture we're going to pull. Salaki, let me get these sound turned down, man. Yeah, and while I'm turning the sound down, man, I'm talking just a tad bit about this Passover and getting all this stuff together. Passover coming up, man. I can't wait. It's some brothers that I ain't seen in a while that I'm gonna see down there, man. And I can't wait to see all my brothers and just have a good time and just, man, because that's what the Passover is about, man. It's about us coming to. That's what most of the Lord. That's what all of the Lord's holy days is about, man. Every single one of them is about us coming together. If I just may sidebar for 1 second, every single one of them is about us coming together, Israel having a good time. And that's why I love it inside of this school. This is the only place where you can come and brothers can be brothers and be brothers in brotherhood, and we don't allow no stinking heathens to come in here with us. We don't allow that in here, man. This is the only place that you can come that really excludes heathens. You don't have to be around them. They're not allowed to be around us in here. Okay? Salakia, we're going to get to Psalms 1:1, man. Psalms 1:1. All right? In Psalms 1:1 it reads, "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly." Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. What does that mean? What is it saying here? This is something that is self-explanatory. Okay? I shouldn't have to go into a big breakdown about this. We should clearly understand that, man. You don't take counsel from ungodly. You don't, if you a woman, right, you don't take counsel of relationship advice from a woman who ain't had a relationship last over 6 months ever in her life, and now she plus 40 and lonely, still haven't had a relationship, multiple baby daddies, 5 kids, and she trying to give you some relationship advice on how to treat your man or your husband or whatever the case may be. What can she tell you? If you trying to come out of the world and walk into a righteous path, and you trying to come to the Lord's Passover, don't listen to somebody telling you not to come to the Lord's Passover. Come celebrate Easter. Or put yourself surrounded by a group of people who all want you to celebrate Easter, but you trying to get to the Lord's Passover. Don't walk in the counsel of the ungodly. It's like, yo, I'm just extremely thirsty today. Walk not in the counsel of the ungodly. And they say, blessed is a man. Blessed is a man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. How are you blessed if you're not walking in the counsel of the ungodly? This is how you blessed. Because you're not out there sinning. Instead, you doing what? You being obedient. You being obedient. There's no replacement for being obedient to the Most High. There's nothing better than that. Walking in the counsel of the ungodly is going to get you what? It's going to cause a punishment to come upon you. Why? Because walking in the counsel of the ungodly will have you doing what? Sinning. Walking in the counsel of the ungodly will have you sinning. And your oppressor is so crafty at getting you to sin that he has us sinning and having us thinking it's the right thing to do. We sinning and we think it's cool to be out here sinning. So many people when on Facebook and on the internet, the first thing they do as soon as they go live, they wanna roll up their blunt to talk about how they slept with some sister, or how she was over this brother's house and this, that, and the third. They done dealt with each other and now they ain't dealing with each other no more. Or talk about some brother he done beat up. Or put some brother, sister fighting, or sister and brother. Y'all know the nonsense I'm talking about. A bunch of nonsense. Your oppressor has tricked us into thinking what that stuff is entertainment for us. It's good for us. It's the thing we should do. So what do? Because it gets us views on YouTube and on Facebook and Instagram. You can go viral doing that. We seek those things. We can't wait to find something like that. So then we doing things to create things like that. But all those things do what? It lead to the destruction of our people. That's why it says, blessed is a man that walk in the counsel of the ungodly. Because you walk out looking for a fight and looking to film a fight, you're subject to be the one to get punched in the face. You're going to be the one that get punched in the face. Okay? Versus a man that don't want his brothers fighting and wrestling and shooting each other and all that kind of harming each other in any kind of way. 9 times out of 10, he's going to be out of harm's way. But you putting yourself in it, and that's how you get punched in the face. Okay? Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stand in the way of sinners. nor stand in the way of sinners, man. If a man really wants to sin, it doesn't matter what you say, what you do, how you put it to him. He gonna sin. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it no matter what. Why? Why is he gonna do it no matter what? Because it's what he wants to do. He wants to. The scriptures say this. It say our people are wise to do evil. We're wise to do evil. You see, like, you know, you watch TV shows and things of that nature. You see some of the best ideas drug dealers come up with on how to hide drugs, how to get drugs in from one country into the next country, how to hide it in their house, how to hide it in their car. They put all those smarts behind hiding drugs, versus they could take that same effort and energy and smarts and intelligence that they have. Our people not dumb. Our people are some of the smartest people, are the smartest people on the planet. Not the Salaki. I didn't mean to say some. We are the smartest people on this planet, man. Our people not dumb. Okay? It's just that we use that smart sometimes in the wrong way. Sometimes we do. But it's because of what? Our oppressor that we do something like that. Don't stand in the way of a sinner. A sinner gonna want to sin. And like I said, the scriptures say our people are wise to do evil, man. It's like I'm just trying to check right quick and see if we have some questions. If you on the let me say this. If you on the Salaki, not Detroit. If you're on the Jackson Israelite page, also make sure y'all type y'all questions in too. Okay, make sure y'all getting them questions in here, man, so y'all can get those questions answered, man. Salaki, give me 1 second here. So y'all can get them questions answered, man. All right. Back to business. So yeah, wise to do evil, man. Reading on. It say, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. Nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. Don't be scorning people, being disrespectful and rude to people, man. And things of that nature. That's what you say to people, man. That's how you treat people. That's how you talk to people. You're just talking at somebody. Trying to tell them about saying that you the biggest sinner on the goddamn planet. That's how Christians do, man. A Christian, once they feel like they done turned their life over to God, everybody else is disgusting as hell to them. They disgusting as hell. They act like they never ever done anything wrong in their whole entire life. In their entire life, they've never done anything wrong. That's how they act. The second they feel like they done turned their life around. And they ain't turned nothing around. They still disgusting sinners. How? How do you know? Because they about to go right home and eat some pork chops. They can't wait to get there, eat a ham sandwich, some tuna fish. Okay? Smoke some cigarettes. A lot of Christians be swearing they the holiest people, running around talking in that mumbo jumbo, talking about tongues, and smoke a whole pack of Newports every day. A whole pack. Newport, the long ones too. Not the short ones, the long ones. Every single day. Swearing they righteous as all outdoors. All right? Don't be scornful, man. Just running around. You doing this. Don't do that to a brother. Don't do that to a sister, man. Don't do that to folk. Normally it'd be the biggest sinners doing it. All right? Verse 2. But delight in the law of the Lord. But delight, Salakia, but delight is in the law of the Lord. Delight is in the law of the Lord. You keeping these law, statutes, and commandments, right? Sometimes it's like when I was in the world, it was a certain weight that was on my shoulders. And since I came into the truth, right, it's like that weight has been lifted off. It didn't happen in a day. But for somebody else, it might happen in a day. I'm just telling my personal story. For somebody else, it may happen in a day. It may happen in 15 minutes. But it didn't happen my first day, nor my first week. But now, that weight, oh my goodness, man. It feels good to be free. It feels good to be, to wake brothers and sisters up to the truth, man. This job that we do, it is delightful to me. I don't wake up and be like, man, I don't feel like getting up teaching today. Nah, I'm waking up like, man, okay, I got to get to class, teach. I got to get here, carry these boxes. I got to take this trash out. Okay, I got to make sure this done. I got to make sure that done at the school. Okay, I got to do this today. I got to do that. It's delightful. I got to take this box of food over here. I got to take this box of food over there. It's delightful to me. I don't have no problem. I don't have no problem with it. I don't even think twice about it. I ain't worried about nothing except getting the job done, whatever it is that we doing. Why? Because that's what we commanded to do by the Lord, man. We servants. We do a service. Okay, that's what we commanded to do by the Lord. The Lord want to say, Christ don't want to, you don't want Christ to come back and catch you not working. Okay, you don't want Christ coming back to catch you not working. And you don't want to, when you working, you don't want to be all grumpy about it. Just get it done, man. Like, I delight in this work, man. And the brothers in the school, they delight in the work. We enjoy serving the Lord, man. We enjoy keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. We delight in life because that's what keeping the law, statutes, and commandment do, man. And being obedient do. It gives you life. It gives you life. You live. You don't die. You don't get shot in your face. Okay? That doesn't happen to you. Because you delight in keeping the law of the Lord. You ain't suffering like so many of our brothers suffer under the hands of the oppressor. Okay? That's not happening to you when you delight in keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, man. It says, but his delight is in the law of the Lord. So it's blessed to the man that does what? One, walk not in the counsel of the ungodly. That's one. Two, his delight is in the law of the Lord. That's his delight. All right? And in his law doeth he meditate day and night. He meditate day and night. He focusing very hard. What? He's focusing very hard to do what? To not break not one of them. He in there. He's studying them. He's studying. He watching how he treat brothers. He watching what he say to brothers. He watching how he treat sisters. He watching how he talk to sisters. He's always watching his conduct. Say it's meditate. It's not talking about, you know how y'all see on TV. They sit there with their legs folded and their hands like this and That's not what it's talking about, man. That's not what it means. You see y'all see the Buddhists on TV, man. Stop letting TV trick y'all. That's something slack you. TV be tricking the hell out of our people, man. So we get caught up and learn so much from television. A lot of us, we only know Christ because we only know about Christ based on what we see on television. Now, he ain't meditating like that, man. He's studying and he applying. That's what he doing. He studied, he applying. Verse 3, and it reads, and he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water. He gonna be like a tree plant. When you delight, when you delight in the Lord's law, you like a tree planted by a river of water. Now you know that got to be some awesome soil to be planted in. If you a plant and if you a tree and you planted by a river of water, think about the soil that tree is in. That is the best area that a tree can have soil in. So when you rooted in the truth, man, it's no better root you can have. The same way for the tree planted by the river. It's no better soil that tree can have because it's all natural and that water just flowing and that soil just doing what it's saying, nice and moist at all times for the tree, and the tree is just flourishing and it's just green and it's beautiful. Good night. Can you just imagine that? That's how it is for a man. That's how a man is blessed by not walking in the counsel of the ungodly. And if he delights in the law of the Lord. Okay? No. And he delights. Not if he delights, and he delights. Salakia. That bringeth forth his fruits in season. Okay? His leaf also shall not wither. His leaf also shall not wither. It's always going to be fluffy and green and just beautiful because of what it's rooted in. What it's rooted in is what makes it so, is the thing that make it so great. It's just like anything you do in life, period. whatever you building your foundation on is going to determine how things finish. If your foundation is not solid, how do you expect the rest? How do you expect it to hold up to everything that it needs to hold up to? It won't. It's going to do what? It's going to crumble because the foundation is not strong enough. Well, here, his foundation is delighting in the law of the Most High, and that's what our foundation should be as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Our foundation should be delighting in the law of the Lord. That's why we go out there on them street corners all the time. That's why we're out there, waking brothers and sisters up. Telling them, look, you see the condition that we in? Here's why we in the condition that we in. We in that condition because of what? Disobedience. And if disobedience put us here, then what's going to get us out? Obedience. It's really that simple. It ain't no side, it ain't no this, it ain't no left, it ain't no right. It's simple. Obedience versus disobedience. Disobedience is what we see today. Obedience, we gonna rule the world, man. We gonna be on top over every nation on the planet. How do we know that's true? Because that's what the Lord said, and that's what the Lord wants. A lot of our people, they get turned off by the Bible because they feel like the oppressor going like, man, God dog, I got to take him with me when I go into heaven too. They just downright sick of him. Then they get in here and learn the truth. They like, oh, okay. And whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. And why is whatever he doing, he prospering in it? Why is whatever he doing, he's prospering in it? Because he what? All this it's a result of him doing what? His obedience. His obedience. And that's the thing that we get taught and hear so often inside of this kingdom, Salakia. That's the thing we get taught inside of this kingdom. You can't do that. How you gonna keep the law? Nobody can do that. Only Christ was able to do that. That's why they teach you Christ that's why they teach you Christ is some mystical figure or something. That's why they teach that. Because only Christ can keep the law. You can't do that. That's impossible. That is impossible for you to do. Why would you even think that you can do something like that? Christ was born of God, man. He wasn't born like you and me. That's why he was able to do it. You ever talk to a Christian and then ask them, and they tell you that the law is done away with and but everybody sins? The law is done away with, but everybody sin. They clearly have no clue as to what they're talking about. Clearly. They confused as hell and really should shut their mouth and listen. when I was first coming into the truth, or Salakia, when I was first learning about being an Israelite, when I first was learning about it, I heard that a lot. The law's done away with, everybody's seeing. I was hearing that so much, man. I really didn't, because, you know, of course I was young. I thought I knew something, but I didn't know nothing. I didn't know anything till I came into the UPK. I knew absolutely, I thought I did, but I knew absolutely nothing till I came in here. Not one single solitary thing did I know. And I thought I did. But I didn't. Not till I came and sat in these seats and shut my mouth and learned. Then I actually learned something. Okay? Then I actually learned something. But I heard that a lot, man. They didn't realize, they just didn't understand what they were saying. And it's right in the scriptures. The scriptures tell you that breaking God's law is transgression, is sin. It's like it. Breaking God's law is a sin. That's exactly what sin is. And they telling you the law's done away with, but sin still exists. But if you're telling me the law is done away with, then sin can't exist. But they don't even, it's right there in the Bible, and they just didn't know. And some of the people I was talking to, they didn't even want to listen. Hear about it, get shown it, or nothing. They did not care. Okay? Let's get Proverbs 23 and 17. Proverbs 23 and 17. Let's get that. Like a tree planted by a river, man. Good night. And it says everything he do gonna prosper. Why is everything he doing prospering? It's prospering because of his obedience first. Because of his obedience first. Not because he's the smartest person ever. It's not because of that. It's not because everybody likes him. It's not because anything outside of his obedience. That brother is not about to celebrate. That type of brother, he ain't about to celebrate what's coming up. Easter or Memorial Day, one of them things is coming up, man. And he don't want no part of it. Maybe his parents or some family members might be celebrating, and on them days, he's going to get the hell on. He don't want nothing to do with any of that. He not even buying none of the candy that's next to Easter candy. He don't want nothing to do with that junk, man. And because of that, everything he does what? It prospers, man. That's the most important part about keeping the law. The Lord is with you when you keep the law. So even if it might seem like a situation in which you're going through, or a hard time, or something like that, if you following and being obedient to what the Most High said do, you have to understand that the Lord is with you. He with you. He trying you to do what? He said he put him in the fire, and I'm paraphrasing, and I'm about to butcher, but he's putting you in the fire to bring you out as fine gold. Okay? As fine gold. That's what's going to happen to you. That's what the Lord has for you. All right? So don't sweat it if you're going through something. Don't say, I thought everything was supposed to be perfect when I started serving the Lord. It don't work like that. Because serving the Lord when everything is perfect, that's easy. That's easy to do. You can serve the Lord when it's perfect, when everything is perfect. Can you still keep that same zeal when you're going through something? Can you still keep that same zeal? Okay? Can you keep that same zeal when you're suffering through something? Because that's how you try. You're not really so much tried in good times. That try come in the bad times. Because what are you going to do when your back is against the wall? What you gonna do? You gonna go back out there and do what? Start selling drugs again? Say, let me pull myself. Let me get my back from against the wall. I'm just gonna flip this a couple of times. If you're a female, what do? Do you go back out there and start stripping again, selling your box again? No, you don't do that, man. You stay focused. And you keep serving the Lord, man. And He's going to bring you through it. He's going to bring you through it, man. Trust me, I know. He going to bring you through it. And more importantly, guess what else He going to do? He going to remove the people out of your life that you don't even need around you. You're not even going to realize it. He going to move all of them. The Lord going to take over. That's what's going to happen. He going to take over like Jordan in the fourth quarter. Okay? Proverbs 23:17. So like, I know whether I said 17 earlier. I know I said 23 for sure. So Proverbs 23:17 reads, let not thy heart envy sinners. Man. Let not thy heart envy sinners. And that's something that that actually plagues our people today, right? That is a heavy plague on our people. We got the culture and we see the brothers pull out the big stack of money and they put it up to the side of their face, man. And we think about the things that they do and the things that they say they do to get that money. Or let's just say it's a rapper, because that's who mainly do things like that. He putting all these things that he do, whether it's the drugs he doing, the women he turning into whores, the people, the brothers that he's harming. He's putting all that in a song and saying, these are the things that make me successful. Right? When really, a lot of them somewhere in a mansion with their Yeezys or Gucci flip-flops on, chilling, drinking lattes or matas, whatever that stuff is, whatever it is they drinking. You looking at what they got and you want it. You want it so bad. Now I do understand that envy is just for clarification. I do understand that envy is being more so like a resentful type of thing. I understand that. Okay? Envy is more so a resentful type of thing. That you would be mad about it. You would look at it and you'd be angry about it. Like, oh man, he got that and I don't. Almost, but it's saying don't do it, don't be envy of sinners. Okay? A lot of brothers lose their life because brothers is envious of what they have. This Bible, man, if you don't understand something, I just had to put that first part in there, Salakia. Get a little bit more on point right now, Salakia. How many people, just about everybody in the black community, Black, Hispanic, and Native American community, we all know somebody who has lost their life because somebody was envious of what they had. We all know somebody that done got robbed and murdered for what they had. That's one of the reasons they rob them. Because they envious. And then they murder them because they envious. For what? Don't be envious of a sinner. Okay? Never look at a sinner and be angry about what he has or angry about what you don't have because you looking at what he had. Don't be envious of a sinner, man. Because it lead to what? It's going to lead to you sinning. It's going to lead to you sinning. When you envy a sinner, it's going to lead to you sinning. It's going to lead you into doing something you normally probably wouldn't do or you know better than to do. Don't envy a sinner, man. It says, but be thou in fear of the Lord all the day long. Be in fear of the Lord all the day long. Why is it saying be in fear of the Lord all day long? Because again, like I just said a second ago, if you envy a sinner, what you gonna do? You're going to sin. It's going to cause you to sin. Okay? It's going to cause you to sin. It's going to make you sin. You're going to do something that, again, normally you wouldn't do. But because you envying a sinner, now look at you. You sinning too. From there, let's get Ecclesiasticus 9 and 12. 9 and 12. Man, this Bible is so, like, anybody who says that the Bible is not the solution to fixing blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, they stupid. They dumb as hell. It is what it is. They dumb and stupid as hell. Everything in here, even as we reading and as we sitting here, man, you can look at the black community and see, and of course when I say blacks, I'm talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, and see the things that we read in here and the Lord is telling us not to do and to be careful of, you can see it actually plaguing our people. It's plaguing our people. So when you read the curses in Deuteronomy, you see these things are plaguing our people from what? Disobedience, man. This Bible is such a book to teach us how to live. It's such a way, it's like, I call it a book, but it's more than a book. It's such a way of life for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to live, man. To live. Your oppressor got a hold of this and does what? He uses it to oppress us. He uses it to figure out a way to do what? Keep us living in sin. That's how he uses it. He uses it to say, okay, they're not supposed to do that. Let me figure out a way I can get them to do that. Let me figure out a way how I can get them to do that. Oh, the scripture say a man not supposed to lie with a man. You know what? You shouldn't judge people. Don't you judge anybody, man. People are free in here to do whatever they want to do. Don't you judge them. And it amazes, and slack it. Our people really do think we free in here. And that is always amazing me, slacky. But yeah, that's what he does. Don't you judge nobody for what they doing, man. You have to accept everybody. We have to accept them being that way, but nobody has to. But nobody has to accept us being against it. If we against it, we're wrong. Nobody has to accept that. If people can do what they want to do and have the right to feel how they want to feel, why can't I say I'm against that? Because it is about keeping us sinning. Because who is it pushed on? Us. How do we know it's pushed on us? Look at Lil Nas X. Look at the Atlanta culture. Look at, in reality TVs, they always have a brother up there prancing around. Don't tell me that it's not pushed on us. And some sister, they always want to be best friends with some man prancing around, not realizing that that man really hates her. Okay? Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 9 and 12. It says, delight not in a thing the ungodly have pleasure in. It says, delight not in the things that the ungodly have pleasure in. And that is directly something that affects our people again. Because what's pushed on us in this kingdom? Do whatever makes you feel good. Don't worry about it. You can just, it makes you feel good, you just do it. Getting high all day makes you feel good, just do it. In fact, for the longest of time, we was locking y'all up for it. But it makes you feel good. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to put a dispensary on every corner. So you got a church, you have a church, a liquor store, and a dispensary on every corner. So you can get high as you want to, drunk as you want to, and lied to all goddamn on day. And tell you God is okay with all of this nonsense you doing. Woman, you just go from man to man until you just you have to find the right one. You need to find the right one. Brother, you got to find the right one. So you just keep going from woman to woman, destroying her. If you don't like her, you just throw her away and go get another one. She just a gum wrapper. Just throw her away. It's just like some lint on your clothes. You just, I don't want that. Just throw her away like that. Ain't how the Most High intended it. The Most High said, y'all touch each other. That's it. It ain't nothing to talk. Think about how much that would actually fix the black community. Think about that. Think about if a man and a woman understood that once they laid with each other, that was it. They was together for life. For life. You just closed down the strip clubs. You just ended prostitution. You just ended whoredom. Because now, everybody not just having sex solely for pleasure. Solely for pleasure. You just put Magnum out of business, or Trojans, like you. You just put Trojan out of business. Because what? Because of obedience, man. Because of obedience. You AIDS running rampant in the black, AIDS and HIV running rampant in the black community right now. You just shut that down. We ain't worried about that. Because we ain't running around having irresponsible sex. We moving different. Now we moving. Now Tina, she ain't got four and five or 2 or 3 baby daddies. She got one. She got one. Now she ain't destroyed. You ever seen a woman with 2 or 3 baby daddies, man? That woman be destroyed. You ever got, and she just be as bitter as all outdoor. That woman been destroyed, man. It takes some work to build that woman back up, man. It takes some real hard work. And that's why the next brother that coming on, you like, man, I'm not about to deal with this. I'm gone. He don't know how to fix her. He don't know how to build her back up. So like this thing keep clicking, and then I got to punch this code there to get it up. It says, delight not in the thing the ungodly have pleasure in, but remember that they shall not go unpunished unto their grave. You want to keep smoking cigarettes. The first 4 packs of cigarettes, you might not get throat cancer or lung cancer. You all good. You've been smoking since you was 16. Now you're 45 and you're still smoking cigarettes. Your voice sounding different. And now all of a sudden, you done went to the hospital and you got that throat cancer, and you got to get one of them things they put to your neck like this and buzzing. You may win a battle, but you're not going to win a war against the Most High. You're not gonna win a war against the Most High. You been smoking cigarettes and you done caught that cancer, and they gotta take all this off. The whole bottom part of your mouth done got took off. You ever seen somebody suffer? I have. You seen somebody have to have all that? Oh, good night, man. That's horrible, man. That is terrible. And shriveled up to nothing. Because they love cigarettes. Or you laying in the hospital dying of emphysema. A lung cancer. They done pushed you off the hospice. Or because you couldn't stop sleeping with strip club sluts. So now you laying up and dying of AIDS in hospice. Okay? You can't stop smoking crack, so you have a brain aneurysm. Vessels in your brain start to bust. Or you can't stop snorting cocaine, man. You want to keep being a part of the alphabet community. So you get monkeypox on your rear end and you can't sit down and in your mouth. And all different things like that. And you got a herpes and you can't get rid of it. Delight not in the things that the ungodly have pleasure in. But remember, they shall not go unpunished unto the grave. Don't think because you got away with it once or twice, the Most High don't see it. Visitation is coming. As I always say, visitation is coming. You cannot, black and Hispanics, like I really don't care about no other nation. That's just me. I don't give a damn what they do. But blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, do not think for 1 second that you are going to go around and break the Most High's laws and he's not going to come see you about it. The same way, if you keep him, he's going to come see you about it. The blessings is coming. The reward is coming. But if you don't do it, he's going to come see you. You're not going to go to you're not going to the grave unpunished. Don't you think that for 1 second? You ain't going to the grave unpunished. The Most High he's coming for his, man. Don't look at them like what we said earlier and be envious of them or in awe of them. Or lust after the things that they doing. Your delight, Salakia. Didn't even finish that, did I? Your delight should be in the Lord. Your delight should be in the Lord and what the Lord wants you to do. Because if you think about it, the Lord said if we was disobedient, we was going on slave ships, right? We was disobedient and we went on slave ships. You don't want the judgment of the Lord on your head for doing something wrong, for being a sinner. That ain't what you want. Dirk had that song called saying this ain't what you want. That ain't what you want. You don't want the Lord's judgment up on you, boy, because you can't stop sinning. Okay? Let's get it. Let's get Amos 9. And I just want to read 10 right quick. I just want to read 10 right quick. Yeah, you don't want that judgment. Let me in here now. Probably got Amos 9 and 10. Let's read it. It says, all of the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. All. Don't say some of them. A couple of them. A few of them. All of them. Every last single one of them. All of the people. All of the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which they say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. You think you done came up because let's say you open up a weed dispensary. You think you done came up, you the man, ain't you? The evil ain't gonna overtake me. Shit, I'm doing good right here. I'm out here pimping, putting them on the strip. Keeping 3 feet on them, huh? You keeping 3 feet on them girls, huh? That's how you doing, 2 on the ground, 1 in there. Yeah. You the man, huh? That's you. Pimping. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. They're saying the evil ain't gonna overtake us. You think just because you might have a nice little car, you might have some jewelry, nice house, but you getting it off of doing what? Destroying our people, destroying your own people. Destroying your own people. I know you done seen, I know you, how many brothers you seen out there that was selling dope, doing a good job, car gets shot up, and they got 30 bullets in them and they dead. They dead, and whoever else was in the car with them, dead too. Locked up in jail for the rest of their life, never getting out. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. Shall die by the sword, man. Again, that HIV, that's a sword, man. You want to keep running around here sleeping with anything. And nowadays you got to be careful. They'll try to trick you. Good night. All praises to the Most High. I'm in the truth. I don't have to worry about that. But them women out there, Salakia, them people out there who identify as women will try to trick you. You think you doing something, you at the club, you trying to slip something in the bathroom or have her go up under the table, and that's one of the identifiers. Oh, Lord. Good night, man. Y'all better hurry up and get in this truth, man. This world is a sick place. It's a sick place. Good night, Irene, man. Whew. Let's get Proverbs, man. The evil gonna overtake you, man, and you're gonna get put to death. The Lord will reward your evil with evil. Okay? He will reward your evil with evil. Okay? Let's get Proverbs 13 and excuse me, and 21. Proverbs 13 and 21. Okay? Yeah, you got to be careful out here, man. Whew. Proverbs 13 and 21, and it reads, says, evil pursueth sinners. Evil pursueth sinners. Like the scenario I just brought up a second ago, man. You at the club. You looking for something to knock down, man. You cooler than a fan. You think that's cool. And an identifier who had the best surgery in the world done slid up under the table on your behind, and you done made out with an identifier. Or you done took her the identifier in the bathroom. You was in there to do evil, and that evil pursued you, man. You selling all the drugs in the world. And then a car pull up on the side of you and change your life and everybody around you life, man. That evil pursued you. Okay? That evil pursued you. You've been sleeping around the whole neighborhood, and now you got big bumps on your lips and then in your mouth and on your tongue and on your gums. The evil pursued you, man. Are you starting to get the picture? Like, I don't even understand why anybody wouldn't listen to the Lord. There is no good ending to someone not listening to the Lord. There's no good ending. When the Lord finally decides that that it's time to come see you for the things that you've done, you are in trouble. You are in trouble if you've been sinning. If you are a sinner and you've done nothing but live the life of sin, when the Lord comes, man, it's going to be bad for you. It's going to be bad for you. So my advice to you, and what I would tell you now is, you better get it together, man. And you better change. And you better change fast. I'm talking about, you know what, man? I'm gonna give them brothers a call, man, and go and get up and call right now. Get up and call right now. That's what you should be doing. These classes should be full with people, man. These classes should be full. Every school should be packed. We've been raising brothers up and bringing brothers and sisters to the truth and telling brothers for years now. Brothers laughed at us and scoffed us and talked about us, said we was crazy, but now they starting to see the things that we were saying, they starting to come to pass, man. World War III is looming. It's getting closer and closer and closer and closer. Really, quiet as kept. It kind of just is at the very tip of starting. It's going to get bad. You think Russia, China, and Iran is doing naval drills for no reason. They ain't doing this for no reason. But here's the thing, they always been clicked up. Guess where it's always been? It's always been right here. It's always been right here. Every answer for black people has always been here. Everything that black people go through has always been right here. You think you struggling for this, that, and the third? Your struggles that you think you're going through today is all in here. And the solution to your struggles, it's all in here. It's all there. It's all there. The problem is your Christian pastor can't break it down for you. You have to come to the man of the Lord to get the understanding, to get the proper understanding. Some fake Israelite group can't help you and break these scriptures down. They just trying to break it down based off what they learned from us. You have to come to the source. You have to come to what the Lord set up himself. The Lord ain't set none of them up. They set themselves up, man. ISUPK, the Lord set this up, man. The Lord set this up. And this is where everybody should be, man. We're supposed to be one body. Which shows you what? The Lord is not with them. Because if the Lord was with them, they would be in here. They would be in here. Because it's one body. It ain't seven. Somebody always trying to say, well, the Lord can be over here with me too. No, the Lord cannot, because the Lord said it's one body. If he said it's one body, what is the argument about? What is it to talk about? It's one body. Lord can't be over there because the Lord said one body. Can't be with your fake Israelite group because it's one body. That just, especially your fake Israelite groups that just came around a week ago. That just came around a week ago. Salakia. Evil pursueth sinners, man. That evil is right, the evil is right behind you. The judgment for your evil. The judgment for your sin, that evil pursuing you is the judgment for your sins. That's why I say evil pursues sinners. The evil that's pursuing you is the judgment for your sin. That's what's right behind you. That's what's creeping right up on you. That's the storm brewing up behind you, but you can't see because you have your head in the trough gobbling down the food, but you don't see that storm brewing behind you. Okay? But to the righteous, good shall be repaid. Again, obedience, you get a reward for being obedient. Think about, we have kids, right? And if your child do something wrong, what do? You punish them for that wrong. According to what? The wrong that they do. The wrong that you do, it's the same thing with the Most High. So now, how do you get punished with the wrong you do? Well, if the wrong you doing is you like having sex with hoes in the strip club and things of that nature, your punishment is HIV, herpes, You go walking around with big bumps on your lips now. Okay? You want to smoke cigarettes? And you think you saying, I'm just going to smoke cigarettes my whole life. Well, don't you even worry about it. Your whole life is about to end right now because you got lung cancer and emphysema. So don't you even worry about it. You going to smoke them your whole life? The Most High take care of that right then and there. Don't you worry one bit about it. He got you. All right? That's how the evil pursue you, man. It says, but to the righteous, good shall be repaid. Good shall be repaid. And again, if you have a child and your child is doing everything that you're telling them to do, they get good grades in school, they ain't getting kicked out of school, they walking in the path in which you're teaching them, what you gonna do? You have to reward them for their good. Good should be their reward. The same thing with the Most High, who is our Father. If we being obedient and we doing the things we're supposed to do, and we following His instructions and doing the things that He's telling us to do, then guess what? Your reward is going to be good. With that, I'm going to close the class out. Shalom, Israel.